Warning, the following show features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, everything spicy and the producers must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any stunt or activity performed on this show.
What's happening, people? Hey, I want to start off by apologizing for being exorbitantly late. I had to go to a township meeting. That's why I scheduled tonight's live a half an hour later than normal. We started this thing at 7 o'clock and ended it at 9:30. Boy, some people were hot, not spicy hot. I know my wife's one. She's ooh. So, what are we here for? Now, Mike told me my banner was misspelled. Let's see. That's correct. Yeah, that's not right, is it? So, we're going to scroll along the bottom anyways. Mike could correct it. Let's see here. Let's not correct. Yeah, there's one too many K's. Kerekes. There you go. We just renamed his, gave him a new last name, Mike Kerekes. So, good to see everyone tonight. Again, hope everybody had a phenomenal Father's Day, and I hope that all of you who celebrated today, Juneteenth, had a great day. I know a lot of you federal people had the day off. Most of us other people that don't have any kind of contract or decent job or whatnot, we had to work. So, of course, car sales, we working today. So, it's good to see everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We got 22 people in the chat, or not in the chat. Yeah, the chat. That is freaking awesome. I appreciate you guys being here. Let's go to the top, and we will start off and you shout some people out. But because of how long it might be, I might have to shorten this up a little bit. So Deidre Baker's in the house. What's up, Deidre? Good to see you. Kimberly Ferris is in the house. What's up there? What's up, Gary? Loves great food. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Eileen Hart from Heartside is in the house. What's up, Sam? Anthony Originals here. She's in the basement. So if you want to see our sexy friend Sam, she's in the basement. Stick around. Don't go nowhere. Kathy Bates is in the house. She's down there laughing. Kathy Bates is in the house. If you want to see someone that's never mind. Anyways, that's just mean, Phil. Don't do that. Anyways, we never get to see Kathy. All we ever get to see is like Kathy's old pictures. We got Joe W. is in the house. What's up, Joe W? Good to see you, my friend. Crazy Ann is in the house. My lovely Crazy Ann. Good to see you, girl. Oh, who else we got? We're going to keep scrolling through all these folks. You guys were chatting back and forth. Dylan Overforce is here. Good to see you, Dylan. Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic was here at one point in time. Maybe he stuck around. Who knows? Donald Epperson is in the house. Mike Carrier is here. Funky Uncle John was in the house. Again, hopefully you guys are all still hanging around. We're still scrolling through the folks, see if we missed anybody. Of course, Mike Kerekes is here from Kerekes Farms. He is here. Deidre Baker, I think I already shouted her out. Raven is here. Telling me I'm 2 hours late. No, Raven, I'm not 2 hours late. I was like 39 minutes late. Peppers in Kentucky. Peppers Country Club is here. Mr. Roger Rabbit. Did we change? Did we go from Mrs. to Mr. Roger? How did that work? Lazy Nate's in the house. What's up, Lazy Nate? Good to see you. I think I have got everyone covered. So without further ado, tonight we are reviewing or going over and testing on a semi-empty stomach with my good friend Mike Kerekes from Kerekes Farms. How you doing, Mike?
Not too bad.
So, yes, we will be reviewing, we'll make me big for a second here. We will be reviewing Mike's Carolina Reaper dill pickles. And we got pickle slices in there. I haven't even opened the thing yet, Mike. I told you. I was going to wait till tonight.
I thought you were going to cheat.
No, I can't. Can't do that. Can't do that to the people. I got to give out my true and honest, opinion at the time that it comes. And again, I will be true and I will be honest. So, we do have someone else to bring up. We will bring up my good friend Samantha Lee. What's up, Samantha Lee?
Howdy. How are you?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, you don't know how much anxiety it was sitting there in this meeting, watching everybody waiting, getting the messages, and then getting outside. And of course, everybody outside wants to talk about what went on the inside. And your bottom line is, guys, you want to be involved in local stuff early, because if you're not involved in your local community when things start to happen and you come in after the fact, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. So good to see everyone. Oh, there's Roger. Roger, what's up, Roger? Good to see you, man. Oh, so and then I think there's a Jenny Kerekes. Is that your wife there, Mike?
Daughter.
Daughter. Jenny.
Oh, very nice.
I don't know which one she is, because there's two Jennies. I don't know which one I'm supposed to have up. She's muted. Are you not muted? No, she's still muted. We'll let her sit there for a while, and maybe she again unmute. Maybe she'll join us. So let's see here. I came down here in a rush because, of course, being late. Let's see here. All these weird noises old guys make. It doesn't make it any easier. So
It's a big cutting board.
That's not. Yeah,
Thanks, Gigantor.
This is my table I made for all my challenges. So everybody sits lower and has their table up. I thought bring the table up, and this will help for people to be able to see stuff, right? So
Yeah, looks like a real cutting board. It's cool.
Whatever, right? Either one of these Jennies. I don't know, Jenny. Sorry, girl. If I see your face in the basement, Jenny, that would make it easier for me to bring you up, just in case. And of course, make sure, Jenny, if you come up, you have YouTube muted. StreamYard can be going, but YouTube has got. Matter of fact, the best thing to do is to be completely out of YouTube, and just be in StreamYard. So, Mike, tell us a little bit about your pickles here.
So those are a lot of the traditional dill pickles. Okay, everybody's had those, but then I just kicked it up several notches by adding the Carolina Reaper. But in addition to the peppers that you're going to find inside, I also took quite a bit of Reaper powder and put into the mix. Anybody that's made pickles, you get the water and the vinegar, and you mix all that shit up, and so it's pretty healthy dose, I think. I mean, you may not think it is. We're gonna see.
Well, we definitely will see. Again, I did kind of torture myself last weekend by putting many dabs of Apollo on the Carolina on regular pickles last week. So the dill, the liquid and stuff of that, with the combination of the heat, it had a sense of like opening up your taste buds, which is not necessarily a good thing when you're inserting Carolina Reaper pain into your tongue and cheeks and everything else. So, but I do urge you all, and it's misspelled down at the bottom, so I do apologize. Kerekes Farms, Kerekes Farms. See, I got KR. Oh, I really got it screwed up, don't I? Let's try. Let's do this. While you guys are just, we will fix that. Let's edit.
So you get
that.
the power.
Edit. Oh yeah. Except I don't have the keyboard. Got this thing is in the way here. Look at that. Let's see if we can. KerekesFarms.com. There you go.
Holy hell.
Holy heck. Underneath the thing and everything. Oh, wow.
All right.
So, again, Jenny, if I see your face, I will bring you up. Otherwise, you will remain in the basement until I see your face. Just kind of one of those things. Gawani, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. Let's see. I think we said hi, Robert and friends. What's up, Robert? Looks like we've got everyone said hi to everyone. Oh, more burn in the back of your throat. Love spicy pickles. Had Hinkle pickles, delicious. All right, so let's open these. I'm gonna make you guys a little bit smaller so people can see me a little bit better. Not that you want to see me any better. It's probably the pickles, the product that you would want to see better. So again, this and some other stuff I'm going to go over, you can get at kerekesfarms.com. Mike just became FDA approved. That means he can
Yes.
sell that. It means he can sell this shit anywhere now.
Yeah, I believe so.
That was what, Friday, Mike?
Yeah, it was. Strangely enough, so I was the very first person that this state inspector actually watched me perform a hot sauce manufacture. And I told him, I said, well, I'm not too surprised because there are so many people don't realize that you have to be licensed to do this.
All right. So the first smell I do get a lot of dill.
Yep, you're going to get some dill in there.
So it's not pepper forward like you might think when you open something that's got Carolina Reaper. In many cases, stuff like that can be very pepper forward. That it is not. But again, got all your typical stuff in here, right? Cucumber, vinegars, pepper, garlic, dill, pickling spices, and of course your Carolina Reaper pepper. So, all right. So at first look, let's see, get these things dry so I'm not dripping stuff. Let's do something real quick here. I'm going to give you guys a close-up here, but I don't want to ruin my keyboard in the process. They look like pickles.
Yep.
Don't look any different than normal. So we got a couple here. So let's
Mm. I love pickles.
all right.
Heat?
There's heat. A lot of times when you that first little bit of heat of something like this, you get that little tickle to the back of your throat, makes you cough a little. So I'm feeling some heat. I tell you what, it's still if you like pickles, the taste of the Carolina Reaper is not very forward in it. I could taste the Carolina Reaper, but if you taste Carolina Reaper, it's a very floral pepper. It's a pepper that a lot of people use more for the heat that it provides than the flavor that it provides.
Mm-hmm.
So good Carolina Reaper sauce might be Carolina Reaper hot, but you have to have a lot of other spices and things to it in order to make it a flavorful. Because again, very floral pepper. Your Carolina Reapers. Now, for me right now in the mouth, I'm probably 1.5.
Yeah, so it gets thinned out a lot in that solution, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
210.
So, but now we're going to eat some because we're going to see if we can raise that level. I don't think 3 pickles is quite a fair way to assess.
And eventually you're going to find a Reaper floating in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah?
Right. He's looking for one.
Yeah, don't tease me, Mike.
He's like, don't threaten me with a good time. I'll find one. Oh, there it is.
He's got it.
Goody. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, in the last 8 hours, all I've had is a yogurt. And I just had it. But you know what? Fuck it.
You
That is definitely helping. Haven't eaten that. It's definitely helping with the heat. Holy mackerel. What's up, Todd? Good to see you. 21090 is in the house. All right. So if you get to the pickles, I would say the pickles on their own, if you eat several of them, maybe to plain like I have, if you're a chili head like I am, you're probably going to get a fair amount of heat from them. But it's not designed to be challenged. I knew when Mike was telling me, and I didn't tell Mike this, but I knew when Mike was telling me about the other people that had them. Most of them are probably people that like hot stuff. What's up, Codio? But don't normally get stuff with Carolina Reaper. Probably used to habanero. I mean, I don't know. I'm just assuming. So to get something with Carolina Reaper is a good. It's again, the heat from the Carolina Reaper is what you're getting. You're not getting a lot of the flavor from the Carolina Reaper, which is good, because again, we all know the Carolina Reapers themselves aren't the best tasting peppers. They're very floral pepper. But I will tell you right now, having eaten that Carolina Reaper, obviously a lot of the oils and stuff from the pepper and stuff itself, it probably got me up to like a 3.5 or a 4. I haven't eaten the pepper. And a fresh Carolina Reaper to me is a 6. Now, right these days, a fresh Carolina Reaper to me might be a 7 on my heat scale.
Mm-hmm.
Because my tolerance is down. But I'm going to put these aside. Again, guys, check out Mike's site, kerekesfarms.com. Reaper pepper dills. And if you want to challenge yourself, buy a jar, go live or don't go live, eat the entire jar, drink the juice. You want to challenge yourself? Hey, this can be a challenge jar of pickles. You do 16 ounces of anything that's got this in there. You can make this a challenge if you want to make a challenge. But I got a feeling these are some pickles that I'm going to be using on some like sandwiches, some lunch meat sandwiches, and different things over the weeks to come. To that I would normally add up maybe something else spicy to it, and do that. So I want to thank you, Mike. These are phenomenal, great tasting.
All right, thank you.
We're gonna move on to something else. Because Mike didn't just send me the pickles. I tell you, look, I got a little bit of a nose run. Yep.
So there's
now, is this for sale on your site yet, or is this not for sale on your site yet?
It is.
It is.
It is.
So tell us a little bit about this, Mike.
So that was kind of a conceptual thing here a couple of weeks ago that I was thinking, what else can I heat up? So I was walking through a local Meijer store and found some Chex Mix. And actually, the very first one I did, I actually bought a bag of Chex Mix. And then I took my famous Reaper sauce, dumped it all over it, baked it, dried it all up, and kind of trialed it with somebody down at the local bar, and they said, "Holy hell, shit's awesome." So then I just ended up mixing my own, the same old recipe, and used my Reaper powder and the Reaper sauce, and just like you'd make Chex Mix for Thanksgiving.
What's up, Tim? Well, I'm intrigued because I didn't realize this when we talked before. Thank you, Todd. I didn't realize. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you, Todd. I didn't realize when we were talking before that you use your Carolina Reaper sauce to make.
I did. Yeah. So yeah. I got not just the powder. I put the powder when I get the butter and some of the wet ingredients going. And then as I'm dusting on and mixing it all up, I poured some sauce on there and it dried up nicely in the oven and gave it a nice coating.
Well, we're going to open this up. This will probably be one of those things I sit down here and snack on until it's gone and then wish I had more. I guess I can go to kerekesfarms.com, right?
Yeah.
Buy some. What do we have that I can pour this? Oh, you know what? We're not. My good friend Chadio, I won a cup on his channel the other night. We were dumping some of this in here. Let's give this a whip. Okay, now that smells like Carolina Reaper hot sauce. I don't smell any Chex Mix. I definitely smell the hot sauce. And again, that's a different smell. And I see if this was just powder on top of Chex Mix, I'd probably sneeze 6 times by now.
Exactly.
Because if you've ever opened up a straight Carolina Reaper powder or anything and taken a whiff, man, it goes back into the deepest parts of your sinuses up here, and man, it takes several sneezes to get that out. So let's set that right. Product placement, right?
Yeah, there you go. One of the 4 P's.
Right. Chatty. So what do we like? We like the little breads. We like the little breads. Let's do the little breads. Mm-hmm. Chex mix. And the little sticks. Oh. With a little pretzel. Damn it, come here. And a little pretzel.
Dylan says, I need that Chex mix. That is funny. He needs it.
Nom, 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 nom.
He does like it hot.
Whoa. All right. So that's kicking in.
Okay, so warmth there.
Yep. Along adding that to the pickles. Woo.
Actually, Cody, I brought some mango habanero hot sauce by the Pepper Palace,
Jesus.
and I brought some scorching Pringles. I was gonna stick it on.
Look there.
You know, like
Sam getting
just
wild and crazy.
Amateur hour, but this is the best I have. It's in my freaking fridge. I got nothing else here.
So this is kicked up. I would tell you after what I ate, I'd probably come back down to about a 1. This has kicked me back up to like a 3.5, 4 on the heat scale.
Nice.
I will tell you that this is a different type of burn than the pickles. Because it comes from the sauce. Now I would tell you this basically was a regular Chex mix, like a original, no seasoning or anything else in there. The only seasoning on it is the hot sauce. Is that correct?
There's a little bit of garlic powder and some Worcestershire and that stuff, and butter, of course. Yeah, your tongue's warming.
I feel a lot of this heat. I'm gonna move this a little bit so you can see the light. I feel a lot of this heat right now on the sides of my tongue. A lot of salivating going on right now as my tongue is trying to heal itself from the combination of the two. But this is guys, again, great products. And like the only thing I can imagine is that Mike is going to keep putting out more and more great stuff. One thing that I did ask you guys to do, if you haven't seen something in the market that you'd like to see spicy, is maybe to put it in the comments. What haven't you seen spicy? Or what do you think could be that someone's making that's spicy that maybe Mike here could make better? Something that would help make Mike's little homegrown business, hot sauce business, go. I mean, if you said, if I had a hot sauce company, or if I made a spicy product and I was licensed and this is what I would make. What is that one thing that you would make? See, nose and eyes are going now. What's that one thing that you would make or you'd want to see out in the market? And I'm sure Mike would take things into consideration. So,
yeah, you warmed up a little bit.
Oh yeah. As long as it don't hit me too hard in the gut. I'm thanking the fact that during that intro I was shoveling the Greek yogurt into my mouth. So I got one here to follow it up if I need to too.
No, Kawani, I was started laughing because Cody was being a smartass.
All right, so I always like to show you guys stuff. You can see the eyes are probably bloodshot a little bit.
Yeah.
They're tearing up. The nose has been running.
So
So you could sit here and you know what this the Chex mix would be good with? A beer. You sit there and get a little bit of the burn, a little bit of the beer. I don't know that it's so overwhelming, so over the top that maybe a beer wouldn't help to calm it a little bit. We know that liquid doesn't necessarily ease the burn. I always tell you guys if you're burning good, just to don't drink nothing, just allow it to come down on its own, and it will usually within a few minutes come down on its own to where you can get yourself down to like a 1, where then drinking won't be a big deal, because we know drinking doesn't help a lot. It usually just prolongs.
Yeah, it's a temporary.
It is. Because your mouth salivating is healing. I can tell you I've got a little bit of an endorphin dump right now too. Because when I get an endorphin dump, then I have to concentrate on my words and concentrate on not having the extra saliva in my mouth when I'm speaking. So it's not speaking like this. Because I'm really hard to understand when I'm speaking like this.
I'm a pussy Gawani. I can't handle nothing but habanero.
Habanero ain't pussy. Habanero's good heat. My wife can't even handle jalapeno, so let's stop about that.
I know somebody like that.
I did 2 spoonfuls. It wasn't bad. But it's like when it's not on wings or something that has like a sweet to it or something to balance it out, and it's by itself, it's like.
So I'm gonna rinse this down a little bit because I got one more thing here. Now the next thing we're gonna do isn't designed to be super hot. It's actually designed. I'll show you this real quick. This is a red.
Oh, it's the red sauce. Yeah,
this is the red sauce that Mike sent me. Mike, I'm gonna make you big again. Tell me a little something about the red sauce.
So that is an effort, and it might not be the final effort, but that's an effort to not knock off, but to mimic the Frank's Red Hot. That
okay?
And again, this is fermented peppers, so and that's what Frank's is. So let's just kind of see what you think on that.
All right, I might wait a few more minutes before I do this, not because I'm worried about the heat. I want the heat that's in my mouth to go down, so I have a better sense of it. But yeah, Frank's Red Hot, fermented pepper.
That's going to be a cayenne heat.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So like what you get with a lot of, I think isn't it Tabasco cayenne peppers?
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. Something down in the lower level. Of course, you got all the spectrums. You got the Reaper all the way down to nothing.
Yeah. And as a hot sauce company, you want to make something for everyone. That way, if someone finds they like your Carolina Reaper or your ghost pepper, and they got someone else in the house who's like, I don't like it that hot. You can go back to the same company and try something else in their line, and you find something you like, and you just keep buying it.
And once I nail that and get a bit of buy-in, it's going to be a significantly fancier label on that. I've got
labels.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
I feel like Kiss right now. That album, what was it? Oh no, tears are falling. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's good. It's good. And it's good because I haven't felt it in my tummy yet. So that's good too. All right. So let's we'll dabble here a little. We'll get a fresh paper towel so don't cross contaminate. Because it don't take much heat to burn them eyeballs, I tell you. Ever gotten any of that stuff in your eyeballs yet there, Michael?
I've done that once or seven.
Once or seven? I know I did my, I think it was the second tube of Terra I ever did. I think it was the second tube I ever did. Maybe it was the first one. No, second one. And I was sitting there and the burn time was going. And I picked up a paper towel my son had given me and he slid it across the tabletop. And not thinking about it, that's where some pepper dust had been. And I went and rubbed my eyes. That 5-minute burn time for my mouth was no problem because I suddenly wasn't concentrated on my mouth. My eyes were on fire.
Well, when you make the amount of sauces and powders I make, you burned every piece of anatomy you've got.
I bet you have. If you look at my intro video, the LA Beast talks about he touched the world's hottest chocolate, which is a little bitty piece of chocolate. Didn't wash his hands before he went to the bathroom. And yep, it'll happen. All right. So we are down to like one, maybe even a half right now. So hopefully my taste buds are will be able to judge us correctly.
Those are childproof caps on there.
I know. Yep, that's me, childproof. First, I know Mike. I know the first mistake Mike made, which isn't bad for a sauce, because if you look at this, it is a thin sauce, so a lot like Frank's or Tabasco, but it's not supposed to be a thick sauce. It's supposed to be a thin sauce.
Yep.
Understood.
Oh man, careful.
What do we got? What do we got here? We got to have. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, shit.
Look.
He's going to funnel that shit in.
What do you think?
Do it.
No. Oh my God! Call an ambulance.
All right. First of all,
Take that damn thing off, yes.
flow restrictors. Those are for amateurs. So
I know this should be illegal.
right. That's a good swig. All right. Now, what I can tell you I taste the most of right now is the onion powder. I don't like sauces that are heavy vinegar, that are really straightforward vinegar. There's a lot of people in this community that stray away from vinegar hot sauces, but vinegar hot sauces are good and can be good when there's a good combination of all the other stuff, and it isn't just vinegar and cayenne.
No. You can't hear him.
Yeah, the onion powder, the garlic. Again, not a very vinegar forward sauce. Definitely get the cayenne. That's where the heat comes from. That is a very good. Again, what I like about this is that it's not Frank's. It's going to have. You don't want to make Frank's red. If you're going to make your own sauce in that concept, you don't want it to be Tabasco. You don't want it to be Frank's. You don't want it to be anyone else's. You want it to be yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest with you, and down this line, I have not tasted one exactly like this. I like the fact that it seems like the onion powder not even heavy in the garlic. I really like that.
He needs more. More heat.
Wow.
We're buying it.
We're going to put the top back on that.
Yeah, that's
Now,
not.
Now, Mike, I got the ultimate hot sauce question for you, Mike. We always have this conversation in the chili community. Refrigerated or not refrigerated?
Not refrigerated.
Not refrigerated. That's what most chili heads would agree to. They would say not refrigerated because, again, I tell you, I got probably 60 bottles of hot sauce back there unopened. I got the same number opened, and I've gone back to the open ones. They're fine.
And I can tell you scientifically why not. You probably know.
Go ahead, tell them.
So the pH is below a 4.6 on the pH scale, 7 being neutral. And the lower you go, the more acidic you go. And our favorite bacteria, Clostridium botulinum, botulism poisoning, botulism toxins will grow with products with pH above 4.6. And that's what you're trying to not happen. and products. And so the dill pickles, they're a 3.8. So you could set them theoretically on your shelf and they would sit there for 20 years.
Really?
Yes, they're safe. I mean, I would never eat a dill pickle that's warm, that's nasty. But you don't need to refrigerate a lot of, I mean, even ketchup is, I believe it's got a pH below the 4.6. So that's why it's called shelf stable. And I had to prove that to the state inspector. I mean, he knew I knew the answer, but I had to show him and do it and say, yep, this is really what I do.
Wow. Well, even that one big piece of Chex mix that I just put in started to kick that heat level back up in the mouth.
That kills me when I put one in.
Yeah, my wife ate one piece and about rolled over.
One.
Well, yeah. And then as soon as I would try to hand one to my wife, she'd be like, "No, I ain't touching that." I'll be like, "It's not even hot." She's like, "Well, it's not hot to you."
You've been building up your tolerance for the better part of several years now.
Yeah,
so
but
I don't.
all right, so my tolerance is higher than the average person, but my tolerance for me is way down. That's got the side of my tongue on fire again. Chex mix. So I must have chewed it on that side.
Yep.
What's up, Travis? How you doing, man? Vanessa Kitty?
I have 4 jars of canned scorpion and ghost peppers in my pantry from a friend's garden. Oh, cool. Shush. No floof.
All right. So I am going to put the link in the chat in case everybody wants to come join us. That was good. I don't know. Did anybody put anything in the chat as far as what they would like to see someone make something spicy? Hey, Jenny. You pop back in. She's still muted. You're muted, Jenny. So if you're in here thinking you are muted, I hope she went back out.
I'm going to yell at her.
Now, she may not know how it works, but she's got an avatar. It almost makes me think like she does know how it works. But wow, that whole side of my tongue is on fire right now. So I'm sure it's a combination of things. I gotta let it set because maybe that was a spicier piece of Chex Mix that I got. I don't know. But the whole side that I chewed it on is back on fire.
Jenny says she keeps getting bumped out for some reason, but I don't know.
I bumped when she had 2 things open in the basement, so I bumped both of those out because she hadn't shown up in one of them. So I didn't want those spots to be filled with something that wasn't going on. But then this last time you came up, I didn't do that. So I don't know if it's your internet connection or what bumped you out the last time I put you up on screen. But what's up, Raven? How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
What's up, Spicy and Easy? I take it this is Alan Fye is probably smart enough to be in bed by now, considering it's 2:17 in the morning in the UK.
I still use their spices on my meals all the time. Love them. Yes.
Looky here, we got Katie. What's up, Katie? I was intermittently watching you and everybody at the chili eating contest. Was it Saturday or Sunday? But I was watching something else as well. Girl, you did an awesome job. I don't know how I would handle a chili eating contest when you're making 2 shots of freaking hot sauce. Were you even expecting them to give you hot sauce to go along with the peppers? I mean, that would probably screw me up. Peppers can land on top of whatever your prep is. Hot sauce can go right through your prep in your stomach and set your stomach on fire. So right. I would assume, I don't know, but I would assume that's probably what took you down.
Katie's a rock star. She always has been.
I saw her eat 3 of those damn crunchy things, and those things are hot as hell. Oh, hot sauce is delicious.
What crunchy things?
Well, I wouldn't guess that the hot sauce wasn't delicious, but was that one of the things that maybe took you down? I don't know. I know right now I couldn't sit up there and eat as many peppers as y'all did, unless I had a good amount of prep in there, and I had plenty of paper towels to blow my nose. Because right now my tongue is still. I don't know what that last one had on it, Mike. Ooh.
Oh, that last Chex?
That last Chex that I put in my mouth.
Oh.
This whole side of my tongue is on fire. So you got to be careful. See, that's what Mrs. Kerekes, Mike's wife, got when she had her one. She probably got
the one.
She got the special one.
Yeah.
I can hear somebody in the background.
That's his wife talking with us.
His wife about killed me. It was bad. My whole right.
Yeah, I had a whole pan of Chex Mix and she grabbed one piece.
Oh, it smells so good.
No. Yeah, if I try to get my wife down here to eat one, she wouldn't even come. Yep. Like, nope.
Smart woman.
Yeah. Well, she married
Well,
me.
ever
She can't be
since
that
she
smart.
watches you eat those 37
Pocky chips?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hockey chips?
She was a wonderful lady that came down here and helped me clean that crap up. Yeah, my big stuff, she usually is upstairs watching. You know, I have a hard time with someone being in the room when I'm torturing myself. But when I'm done torturing myself, it's kind of nice to have her to know that if I started to gag or something like I did the one time, that, she's here, can help. All right, well, that's kicking down now, Michael. Woo.
I'm glad I could warm you up a little bit.
Oh, you did that. I tell you what, everything I did there, that Chex Mix got me up to, like I said, about a 4. That last one got me up to a 4 again on the left-hand side of my mouth. I gotta be careful.
Hands.
Well, you gotta understand that sometimes it goes right to your back of your throat too.
Oh yes, I'm good on the throat. For me, the throat is usually affected the longer I do spicy stuff. Like when I did the 25 Carolina Reapers in like 5 minutes, the mouth was on fire. The throat was unbearable. The throat, that's where I went straight for some milk almost immediately after I got done, because I had hoped, and it kind of did. It knocked down the heat pain in my throat on that. But what's up, E-Waste? How you doing, man? But it was still one of those things where I didn't sit there and drink water or do ice cream. I had to basically allow what had to happen in the mouth, peak out, come down before I could start trying to keep the stomach from. That wasn't bad. Those 25 Carolina Reapers I did back in the day, my tolerance was up. I was growing them myself, and it was right at the end of pepper season. So my tolerance was probably the highest it was ever at that point in time. And I was good all night long. I was drinking water, drinking milk, drinking stuff all night long, right up until 10:30 at night. I thought, you know what? I'm not going to have any cramps. This is awesome. And I went to bed that night. And about midnight, my body says, oh, we're here. They kicked open the door, cramped door. And, I was, I had to drink probably half a gallon of water to eliminate the cramps I was getting that night. But get that stuff through your system.
So, Phil, why don't you get a bowl and put it on your desk at work and just dump some Chex Mix out and just let your coworkers just grab some?
Yeah.
Or do they know you better than that?
They know me, right? They'd be like, what kind of poison is this? That'd be the first thing out of their mouth, right?
They'll probably not trust you.
When I first started doing this, I went around, I took a tablespoon of Carolina Reaper powder. Actually, it was a powder blend of Carolina Reaper and some other super hot. So it wasn't quite as hot as straight Carolina Reaper. Put a tablespoon in a mix of brownies and took them around. And it brought up a good heat. For me, it was probably about a 1.5. But I took them around at work, and now this is at the very beginning of me doing what I do. And I had my video camera, and I went to different people who would try them. And some people handled them no problem, the heat, and some people were like, it was way too much for them. So
Oh, you didn't. You end up getting anybody going like this, like my stomach.
No, nobody got to the stomach part. At least not that because again, usually it takes a little bit of time for the stomach to get that way, right?
Mhm.
Even me sitting here eating stuff, unless the stomach is completely empty. If the stomach was completely empty, I'd probably start feeling something in the stomach within just a few minutes. So, but,
Well,
beer
you
tastes
had
so
the
good right now.
Phil. You had the Hot Dane show in the
Yeah,
chat.
Roger was in the chat there for a little bit. Yep, I saw
Yeah,
him
he
there.
was there.
Yep.
It's good to see
Yeah.
Roger coming around. I like his beard. Looks nice on him.
Yeah.
What did you just start growing a beard?
I think Roger's been on again, off again with beards and things like that. Christy, is that your wife? Or is that another one of your daughters?
Chris, oh, that's my daughter. Yeah,
Okay.
there she is. Oh, yo,
Yo. So what I want you to do, Mike, and I kind of want to do it for you, but I don't want to do it for you. There's a friend of mine, KTB, Katie from KTB Sauces, I think it is.
KTB sauce.
Yeah, she does a lot of stuff on TikTok. She's got over 10,000 followers on TikTok, and she's got a little place. She's also got a YouTube channel, not as big as her TikTok channel, but her TikTok channel has been doing awesome, getting a ton of views. That might be a place that you can sell some stuff if you want to go beyond. I know you say you got a little booth somewhere at a local farmers market or something this weekend, right?
Yeah, come starting this Saturday. Yep.
KTB Saucy. That's what she is on Facebook Messenger. And I actually sent her a link to your website
Oh, nice.
earlier in the week. Everybody, when they start something new, could always use a little help. And she said she is more about trying to help the smaller people just getting started than she is the big companies.
Oh, nice.
So,
KTB saucy.
yep.
Okay.
And not that me and her know each other well. We know each other through acquaintances and different things like that. But no, Katie seems like a real genuine person. What's up, Deidre? How you doing? What's up, J-Dog? When I see her on TikTok, when I used to see her on Facebook, seems like a real genuine person, very outgoing. I think if you contacted her, you guys could probably make some kind of arrangements. I can't promise anything, but again, this growing hot sauce company, everything comes by word of mouth when you're small.
Yep.
So any bit of help anyone can get with this stuff definitely grows. So,
All right.
I think it's stuck.
You're on.
It's stuck. It's stuck. It won't go back. Sorry, Sam.
Yeah. Goofball.
If you want to send me a link, I'll buy it. Well, the link, Dylan, if you look at the bottom of the screen, that's kerekesfarms.com, and you might want to write it down because I misspelt it.
It's correct now.
It's correct now. Greg says, Gary from Jeff's Famous Beef Jerky says, do you sell to wholesalers?
Just beginning to.
So Gary Loves Great Food is from Jeff's Famous Beef Jerky, you may have seen has sent me some stuff in the past that I've done. So there's someone else that maybe you can get hooked up with.
Yeah, shoot me a note.
Yep. So you got Gary, you got his, kerekesfarms.com. Send him a message, let him know. Maybe you guys can get hooked up. And again, I know Mike's got plenty of Carolina Reapers growing on a farm for him. So, and then he's always getting them overseas when he can't get them locally, right? Where do you get your peppers from overseas?
I had gotten some before I began growing at the Amish farm. I got them from India because I didn't know any better. Well, I shouldn't say it, that didn't come out right. Uh, there are a lot of ghost peppers in India.
Oh yeah.
I can tell you there's shiploads of them.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting dealing with the culture and getting them imported, but it wasn't too bad. They all come in dried as opposed to fresh, which is what I really prefer for fermenting.
They take up less space too.
Well, they ferment better than a dried pepper. You can ferment a dried pepper, but a lot of the lactobacillus dies when they're heat fired and all that. Then you got to kind of kick it. It's just a little more challenging. But fresh peppers are filled with the lactobacillus, and which is really the key ingredient for the fermentation process.
Christy, the Chex Mix is kick ass, and not just because it's my dad. Mm-hmm. Effing delicious. Not that she's biased or anything, right? No,
Nope.
that would be happening. No, it's awesome. I liked it. I like it very much, there, Chrissy. So I'm just getting my mouth back to normal. So, and I can feel a little something going on in my stomach right now. I don't think I'm going to have any issues, but again, all I had on in me is a Greek yogurt. I had a salad at like 1:00 today, so I've got a salad in my stomach and some yogurt. Salad's not in there anymore, but I'm always kind of make sure I don't want to hurt myself if I don't have to. No, this is not jalapeno. The Chex Mix I got from him, Cody, is Carolina Reaper. Unlike some other people who put powder on their Chex Mix, he actually puts the sauce on it and bakes it on there, right?
Correct.
He bakes the hot sauce, his Carolina Reaper hot sauce, on his Chex Mix.
The traditional Chex Mix recipe, but sprinkle it with the sauce, get it all coated, and then bake it like you would do. It's basically an hour in the oven at 250 degrees.
Does that clear out the house?
Not too bad.
Okay.
Not too bad. I know what I were talking last week, and
No, just don't eat it.
but I can tell you when I dehydrate 20 or 30 pounds of Reapers or ghost peppers, and then put them. I got a big commercial grinder that dusts up the room.
Oh,
You can't even see it, and it kills you.
Well, my friend Brad Muglot, who I've got a lot of my Carolina Reaper pepper from, when he does it down in his basement, he now wears a respirator.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, no matter what he does, respirator, everything else, he says, you take that off and you try to do anything to try to get it off of you. He says, there's just places on your face that are going to burn for 30 minutes because there's no way of not. It's almost like I don't know if you were in the military. CS gas is kind of like.
Oh, I've been there and done that.
Oh yeah. So he says that's kind of what it was like for him. It's just like those areas are going to burn. They just, that's the way it's going to be until it goes away. So thank you, Raven, for putting that in the link and make it easy for some people. That's why I make you a moderator.
I do I look up things, and I looked up on his first website, and I just said, I'll do that.
Yeah.
For anyone who wants it.
Yep. Yep. So I think we've helped Gary's Jeff's famous beef jerky hopefully sell some jerky. Hopefully some people have gotten turned on to them and our repeat customers from coming here. And of course I'm hoping the same thing here for Mike. Mike's a genuinely nice guy, everything that I know about him and talk to him and everything else. So I think at the end of the day, that's what we all want is kind of if you got something like that. So sometimes it's nice to know the face and the people behind what they're doing, And I know I've talked to a few different people in the hot sauce business, and it's kind of most of them are pretty down to earth people. So that's good to know, Gary. Oh.
So the website I just put in is the correct website, right?
KerekesFarms.com. Yep.
Yep, that's correct. Thank you.
So you're working on perfecting your red sauce.
Yes.
Again, you got your hot sauces, you got Carolina Reaper, you have ghost pepper. Whatever you got, do you have habanero hot sauce as well?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Okay.
And then next week, Wednesday, I'm going to be going over to Grand Rapids. Well, anybody that's in Michigan knows where Grand Rapids is. President Ford used to live there, right?
It's over here.
Yeah. Anyway, my label company, I've got brand new labels. They're going to be largely the same as what my sauces have been. Only I own my own barcode labels. You have to purchase them and pay for them annually.
Okay.
For anybody that doesn't know, so I have barcodes and I have my FDA compliant nutrition labels, which everything was correct on my labels. It's just that the size of the print, they're very particular and very anal about.
Okay.
The size of the fonts. So it's all correct now. So that's what's happening next week.
I don't suppose you can retail your sauces in stores and have a what is that code that you can.
A QR code.
One of
Yes,
those.
you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I've got one of those for my website. I've got my business cards. I got bought like 500 of them that has that on it. So all someone has to do is do that with their phone, and it takes you right to the website. So,
yeah, There's a few companies out there that I don't know how they own them or whatever they own them. GS1 is the big one where you buy barcodes. You can buy 10 or thousands if you had a huge company. But like for instance, Amazon, you can't sell on Amazon unless you do have a barcode label. Period. It's impossible.
So then you have to buy a barcode label for each sauce, right? Or
exactly. Yep. And so for $250, and then $50 annually, you can own 10 barcode labels.
Okay.
For like 400 and something, I forget the number, you can own 100 labels. So it's not a lot. It's a little bit of upfront money, but then it's an annual thing to keep your name on your label. It's your unique label. And again, if you want to go into a big store or a chain or whatever,
you have to have it.
You have to have it. And it just looks a lot more professional.
Well, sure. So, well, listen, guys, it has been 1 hour, and I know I got started late. Normally right now I'd be 2 hours into the night and wanting to, but I do have to call it quits. I got some stuff I got to do before I go to bed, and I got people going to be at my job at early in the morning to see me. So, Mike, I want to thank you tonight. I want to thank you for allowing me to review these products for you. I hope everybody goes and visits Mike's website. Again, it's KerekesFarms.com. It's scrolling at the bottom. It's also in the chat where Raven put it for me. So click on that. If you like, he's got mild to wild on his hot sauces and snacks. So go check him out. Raven, thank you, my friend, for being here tonight and hanging out. Mm-hmm. Always enjoy having you up. Everyone out in the chat, Crazy Ann, Mike Carrier, Lazy Nate, Kimberly Ferris, Deidre Baker, Gary from Gary Loves Great Food, Samantha Lee, Cody O, and anybody else I forgot. Love you guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Keep it spicy.
Here it is one more time if you guys need it.
Yeah, I can wrap